All right, my manatees friends, I'm going to go over your test for today. This is the Unit 8 Week 2 assessment. So this assesses all the skills we've been working on for Week 2 in literacy. All right, so remember we had some possessives, we had some spelling, we had paying attention to key details, making connections, right? All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at what we have. Okay, as always, remember, we maximize our screen for reading, so we expand the passage so we can read the story entirely first. All right, because we don't want our focus on the questions just yet. We want to be reading. So it looks like we have some informational text here, and I'm going to guess it's some scientific text as well, including maps. Remember, we actually did this together in many of our small group sessions. So we've got some maps, we've got a compass. This is definitely what we consider to be a text feature that you'll probably have to refer to. So once you read, and when we have hard words like this that are hard to read, you do your best, all right? Because this is another country that we're reading about. And so it's possible that we don't know the proper pronunciation there. All right, so here I can tell already there's numbers, so there's facts in this story. Once you read, oh, it looks like it's a longer story, which makes sense because we're so much closer to third grade, so we should be able to read a little bit more now. So when you're finished reading all 6 paragraphs, then you're going to come over and take a look at your questions. So question 1 has 2 parts, and we're used to this. In this question, it says it has 2 parts. First answer part A, then answer part B. So part A is asking about the main idea of this passage, meaning the entire story. All right? So if you don't remember what the main idea is, what's a good way to address that? Yes, go back and reread, especially any key details. And hopefully you used your tools, right? And you used your highlighter, and hopefully you highlighted important details as you were reading, right? Excellent. Okay, so we need to find out what the main idea of the passage was. What is this passage mostly about? Not a detail, but something that covers almost all parts of the whole story. Then you have to find which sentence from the passage supports part A. All right? Moving on to the next question. Question 2. What is the main topic of paragraph 2? Well, if I'm talking about the main paragraph or the main topic of paragraph 2, obviously I need to what? Yep. Go back to paragraph 2 and reread that. Then I'll be ready to select my answer. Question 3. Which sentence could be added to paragraph 4? So I should probably reread paragraph 4 and then decide which one of these sentences would support that. It's kind of like making a connection, or it's kind of like that key details, or it's kind of like supporting details to a topic. Question 4. Choose 2 reasons that the Pacific Ocean started to rise. So this whole passage is telling me about the Pacific Ocean rising, I imagine. And now I need to find out 2 reasons why. So those would be key details that are somewhere in here. Manatees, if you're using your text evidence, I know you won't get question 4 wrong. Question 5. Click on the sentence from paragraph 6 that uses informal language. Ooh, that's something we've learned about in the past. Remember informal language? It's kind of the way we maybe talk to each other. Think about it. There is a sentence. It kind of jumps out at me. Something that I might say to you, or you might say to me, but not necessarily something we would write in a formal report. Question number 6. As the ocean has gotten higher, what has happened to, I don't even want to pronounce that wrong. So salufata? I'm not exactly sure. I may have mispronounced that, but I know what they're talking about because I remember reading about it right here. Okay, choose 3 answers. As the ocean has gotten higher, what has happened to that place? Choose 3 answers. Question 7. Click on the best answer to the following questions. The word villager means, now these are our spelling words, ER. So what's a villager? Read your choices and make your selection. Question 8. The word sailor means, well, think about it. What's a sailor? Question 9. Read this sentence. People used to get water from a spring. Which sentence uses the same meaning of a spring? So think about it. If they're getting water from a spring, I don't think they're talking about metal. Number 10. Read this sentence. I sang on the stage and then took a bow. Which sentence uses the same meaning of bow? She had a bow in her hair. Careful, bow and bow are spelled the same, but you have to read the sentence in order to find which one is which. Question 11, which is our final question. Read the sentence from the passage. Only 674 people live in the village. Which sentence uses a different meaning of live? So think about it. It has to be something that doesn't relate to this sentence. Could be kind of like bow and bow. Maybe. But I'm going to suggest you read all of your choices and think carefully before you make your selection. When you end your test and you've checked all of your work and you finally end and submit, go ahead and message me in Google Classroom so I know you're finished and I'll check your score. This does not mean you're getting a free check. Remember, on weeks 1 and 2, it's your responsibility to check over your work. All right, my friends. Happy reading!